Do you see what I see? Looks like we have more things to fix. As you can see, we do have quite a few things more. First of all, I have to give credit to Phostrate, or Tarite, whatever he prefers to be called in these videos, for discovering all but 3 of these glitches and bugs and or things that need to be fixed. If you don't know who he is, he's a spectacular lad. He's the guy who did the, how long was it? I think 52-second speed run of the game. He knows the history of the game very intimately. He knows the layout of the game like the back of his hand, and he keeps finding new things that need fixed and telling me about them. So, thank you, Phostrate, Tarite, whichever. Fix invisible H block. This glitch has existed for a long time. Oh my gosh, I'll never learn. I just heard like a million sirens go by, and one of them sounded like a high-pitched tornado siren on an ambulance. But first of all, I should add some more. I should revamp these blocks altogether because I think in real life they have like 1 letter per side. So I think, where's the trigger for this event? Ah, here it is. This is awful. You know what I'm gonna do? I think I'm going to like rework this script entirely because this is not efficient code. Where are all the, oh no. All right, so I'll group all the B blocks together. There we go. And then these are much easier to select because they're not invisible. Did I select the rug? I did select the rug. And I'll go ahead and group all of these together. I don't know why I'm bothering to fix these now when I like decided I should revamp them, but I don't know when I'm gonna get to that, so. Oh, also the doll. Yeah, I forgot about that. Doll 1, doll 2, those are already grouped, okay. Doll 2 does not even have a head, does it? Because that's kind of the point of the scare. The lore behind this, like the secret lore behind this is quite dark. I don't even know if I should even share it or if I should just let the visitors of the game try to work it out, but it's very dark. So now I've got doll 1 and doll 2. I can't think because I'm on camera, of course, but I'm just gonna have to. And there's more sirens, that's stopping me thinking as well. So let's start with the blocks. Let me just separate the code that exists. So as someone who does coding professionally, I can definitively say that most of your time, well, at least most of my time, is just sitting and staring at the code and trying to figure out how it works before you actually dive in and, you know, actually make your changes. Maybe I'll eventually work my way up to a point where that won't be the case. I'm gonna leave myself some comments here. Doll, sound, normal doll, normal blocks, script disabled, true, wait, 300, that's not that long of a cooldown, because that translates to, hang on a second, 5 minutes. I don't think someone should be able to trigger this event every 5 minutes. So these are in seconds, so let's say 60 times, how often do I want this event to be able to be triggered? Let's say every 14 minutes. Why not? That's a good as number as any. And I'll say, I can't do anything, right? Show haunted blocks. Now show normal blocks. What I'm curious about is what causes this sound to stop. Hang on, stop. Yes, there it is. Okay. Stop sound. It's right here, you big dummy. And I'll just put cooldown. I don't know why I'm putting double hyphens on the end of these comments. It's completely unnecessary, but I like how it looks, so I'm keeping it. We've got a much better way of doing this, frankly. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to comment out this code. I think you can do it just with Control/. So each of these blocks in here has its own individual identity, but I don't think it really needs to. Oh, that's what's causing the glitch right here. Okay. Yeah, I've gotten very carried away. This started out as like fixing this block that doesn't turn visible again and has turned into revamping my code entirely. This is why. It's because it doesn't have any unique like name. It's part. So that's why, okay. Man, I wonder how that happened. I'm gonna declare a variables section here. Variables, it's just so I can gather up all the ingredients that I can work with. And I'm gonna say local normal blocks equals game.workspace dot normal block? What's a not normal bed? Okay, so that gets an array of everything that's contained in that model. So that's actually what I do know how to do. What I don't know how to do is, I can't remember how to do the, I think it's for IV or I whatever variable you want in pairs. I'll have to look at some documentation for that, but that's part of the coding experience too. I should probably go ahead and rename those as well. Normal doll. There is nothing normal about this doll. Normal doll 2. That's actually not what it should be called. Haunted doll. I'm slipping back into me old ways. So now, let me go to any kind of, ignore all the tabs that I have open on this. I don't use bookmarks. When I see a page that looks interesting that I want to refer to later, I'll just leave the tab open for all eternity instead of like bookmarking it like a normal person. Intro to for loops. So we need to iterate through a table is what we need to do. Is it called a table or is it called an array? Repeating code with for loops. Loops and arrays. Did they just decide to change it from tables to arrays one day and I wasn't told? Okay, I'm very curious if this would work, so I'm going to go ahead and try this. And to make this more efficient, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the spawns, I'm going to remove them, and I'm going to move them to, I don't know, say the lighting service. I'll go ahead and insert a spawn location. So now I've got the spawn. First of all, it's massive. I should probably scale it down quite a bit. That's probably why I have such a hard time inserting these things indoors, is because they're so big. Alright, so let's see what happens. Okay, so it kind of worked. But clearly something went wrong. Group 10 is not valid member of workspace. Cal2 is not, okay. This second H block is causing all kinds of issues. In fact, what I could do, and what I think I will do, is I think I'll go ahead and group these as a folder. Oh, that's actually removing them. What are the benefit of folders? Every time I try to use folders, it always messes something up somehow. But until it got to the point where I tried to look for something that didn't exist, it seemed to work. So I think I actually coded my for loop correctly, which is a miracle. I just haven't coded enough for loops. I should just do it all day someday just as an exercise. But as you can see, everything seems to be working now. And of course, the rest of the event didn't happen because the code is commented out. Well, that part's commented out. I don't know why the doll isn't. Oh, because I renamed the doll. Okay, that's right. Case in point, this is working. So now I can just get rid of all of this code. I can basically just copy and paste this, but I'm not going to because I just got done saying I need more practice coding my for loops. For I stands for index, I believe, and P, in this case, I'm deciding it's P, to stand for part. So basically what this does, I just realized I haven't really explained this. What this does is it refers to this group, essentially, or this list that we've created of all of the parts contained in the normal blocks model, and one by one, every time it finds a part inside that model, it changes the transparency, it changes the collision, and it changes the decals. So that's basically how it works. So we've created a list of parts, and we have this loop that one by one looks at every member of that list and does all this with it, is basically what we've done. So I'm not the best at explaining things, but that's essentially it. So now what I can do is take all this, and I'm gonna use my insert key. That's my delete key. I'm still getting used to a 65% keyboard, so my delete key and the insert key are the same thing. But now I'm gonna go ahead and just kinda do all this a lot more efficiently because I'm in insert mode, true, and there we go. Normal, not normal blocks, normal doll. Good job, Catulus. IP in pair. Now it's just doing it too soon. Okay. So I think I found out why my script is actually firing prematurely. Yes, okay, thank goodness. So the problem, okay, so I fixed it. The problem was there were parentheses here, and what this does, when there's parentheses after the name of a function, it just executes that function rather than connecting it to when this brick is touched. In order to do that, I need it without the parentheses. That's why that was happening, okay. I was beginning to think my place actually was haunted. I'm just gonna copy and paste this. I've worked on the script long enough. I've been recording for almost an hour. This is just the first thing on my list. Well, it's a step in the right direction. I clearly wasn't paying enough attention to what I was typing. There we go. And now there's one more thing I'm gonna do for debugging purposes, which I'm going to, instead of waiting for 60 seconds, I'm gonna wait for 6 seconds. The length of a vine, and then I'm gonna just make sure everything stops correctly. I just don't feel like waiting around for a minute. That's the wrong door. Okay, so about 6 seconds. Yes, see, so this, oh my goodness. Very good. I'm glad that I put all this work and effort into it when I'm just gonna end up revamping this all over again, but that's okay. For now it works. I'm just gonna reset this back to a minute long. Whew, so there's one thing fixed. So here we are. That's a long way to fix the, I basically did in an hour what I probably could have gotten done in like, I don't know, 2 minutes or something, but I reorganized my code and it's more efficient now. There we are. My goodness.